Welcome to another episode of Unlock Your Superpower. I am Michelle Mayton, and I have with me,
Veronica Joseph.
and we are so excited to talk to you guys about the one thing that is a silent killer, is what I like to call it. Any guesses what that would be, Veronica?
Stress, which is
Stress, that is correct.
n-
Stress is something that kills us silently. It is something that causes disease, a disease in our body. It is something that gives us headaches like migraines. It is something that gives us backaches or even shoulder pain. So today we're going to dissect how to release the stress that no longer serves us. And most importantly, how do we manage stress in our lives? Because sometimes we're operating on other people's schedules and we're thrown in so many different directions. And we don't even have time to take that deep breath and just pause. So, Veronica, are you ready
yes,
to
I'm
step
ready. Yeah.
into how to like delete stress from our life, or how do we manage stress in our life? So, what are some tips that you have for us today?
So basically, first is to find out what triggers your stress. So Michelle, what? Give me an example of a stress that which is actually a natural response. Like everybody has stress.
Yes.
Actually prompt us to address the challenges we're facing in our lives. And it actually depends on how you look at it. So give me an example and let's go ahead and show them how to navigate, how to dissect, and how to manage it.
Yes. Number one, I think, is prioritizing what's on your plate, right? There are
Mhm.
things that are unexpected, such as a loss in the family, and then the navigating your work life, the demands are already on your plate that has been there from you the day before. And now you have to navigate booking a funeral service. You have to navigate maybe informing your loved ones, the extended friends and family,
Mhm.
saying that this person has passed, right? Discovering the cause of it, doctor, post doctor visits, hospital visits, hospice care, whatever that situation would be, to gather the death certificate, making sure the details on the death certificate are important. Informing your financial advisor. There's so many things that come with the loss of a loved one, which usually happens unexpected. We don't know when that's going to happen. And so that's what I've been dealing with this past week, on top of the master's program that I'm in. I'm in a 9-day master's neurolinguistic programming course, which has taken away a lot of my time, plus the day job, right? So it's like added more and more and more things on my plate. It's like balancing what's important. So is it urgent and important? Is it not urgent and important? And what I'm referring to is the Eisenhower matrix, putting things back on your control and taking it one day at a time, one step at a time, focusing on what's in front of me. So that's what I've been dealing with, Veronica. What have you been dealing with this week regarding to stress?
Well, actually, um, about a few months ago, our building got hit by a car. And so that is something that happens, but not often. And so the first thing that I have to do is to figure it out, okay, how I'm going to respond to this, right? So, and that's a priority, something that I needed to deal with at the right timing. And first, I let people know that I won't be able to make it to that location because it's no longer available. And then my next thing to do is to find a place where I can work and take it one at a time because that's overwhelming, right? So, like what you said, it's prioritize and what is urgent that needs to be done and do it. And pretty much break it down, right? Because you cannot do it all at the same time at the same day. So plan, like what planning do I needed to do, right? Like I have to gather all the stuff that I can gather at the spot at that night, right? And it happens so suddenly. and and then, like I said, figure it out. Okay, where can I work? And then after that, then execute it, and then reflect and find out. So, what lesson I'm learning from this, right? What is the gift that is there for me? Because blaming the guy is not gonna work, right? You still have the same problem, right? And
Right.
so the way I did it is I learned how to surrender, that the higher spirit, no matter what's happening, is supporting me every moment, and trusting and have faith, right? That's how I look at it. So I'm able to transform that situation that is out of my control, that just happened, into something that I can um, put it into, transmute it to something that makes me feel better. So in that situation, I have learned that, like I said, take it one at a time, and then cultivating that trust and the faith that everything is going to work out fine. And so I just finished moving to another location, and I finished the decoration and everything. So, so that trust and that faith that everything
Yeah.
works out. So, and I feel a lot better.
I love that. And also, there's that phrase, right? Things can happen to us or things can happen for us, right? Are you in cause of your life? Are you taking responsibility or are you making excuses and are you at the effect of the life,
Right,
right? Both of us could be in a situation where we're blaming other people,
right,
right? Because of you, I'm in this situation. Because of this guy, I don't have an office. Versus saying, you know what? If things are happening for me, then this is my opportunity to get into a new place, right? It's an opportunity for me to connect with my loved ones even more now, knowing that life is short, right? It's an opportunity for us to celebrate what's in front of us, right? And taking that moment of just gratitude. Because sometimes when we offer gratitude for ourselves, when we're grateful for the things that are around us,
mhm,
so stress starts to go away. And when you're clenching your fist, a lot of people will walk with their hand in a fist. And if you have long nails, you know, you're gonna hurt yourself because your nails are gonna dig into your skin. And you're forcing something to happen versus when you open and you relax and you have your palms open, you're more open to receiving opportunities that may not even be possible.
right.
It's like that phrase, right? Like when one door closes and another one opens. You're so focused on walking through that open door,
Hmm.
but that door has not opened yet. But there's another door right next to it that's waiting for you to open,
Right.
right? It's inviting you to come in. So, what door are you going to choose? What are you going to look at? What are you going to see? And how are you going to embrace that into your life? And so, it's really important to prioritize what's in front of you
Hmm.
and really ask yourself, am I doing this because I want to do it? Or am I doing it because I'm pleasing somebody else, like a loved
Right.
one, or
Yeah.
like a parent, or like a significant other, or like a child? Who are you listening to? Right? Or are you asking yourself and saying, I understand it's urgent for you, but there's only so much mental brain power I can provide.
Hmm.
So there's, taking that step back and saying, I need to take care of myself. If you
Right.
don't send an email today, you can still do it tomorrow,
Right.
right? Wake up a few hours earlier and send that email.
And
But coming from a place of relaxation is going to be so much better, I think, personally.
right. And when, someone is feeling overwhelmed, it is also important to seek support
Yes.
with your friends, with your family, and, not to be shy to ask something if you needed help, right? And allow everything to unfold, because I experience that everything goes into like divine timing according to divine will and divine plan. And when I go, whatever is needed to be done accordingly, everything comes into ease and grace. And what happened in my experience, everything just flow through. You
Yeah,
know, I was not worried because I know that everything's gonna be fine, and I'm just doing the everyday thing that needs to be done.
absolutely. And I think also what's really important that you said that is like taking that step to just analyze, right? Process and delegate. Most importantly, delegate. If you have, we all have 24 hours in a day. What are we doing with those 24 hours? If you can offer that support, if you can tell somebody like, hey, can you clean my house today?
Hmm.
Right? Or hey, can you actually provide me food today? There's, catering services, there is cleaning services. There are people that are there for you. Just have to relinquish your control, surrender your control, and let somebody else come into your life because people love to help people. It
Right.
makes them feel valued and respected and appreciated. And I always have this formula that if I want something done and I want it done correctly, I acknowledge that person, then I ask for what I want, and then I appreciate it once it's been completed. And I've noticed that when I acknowledge and I ask and I appreciate, they're operating at a higher frequency. They're more open to receiving the information I'm providing them. If I just say, hey, Veronica, can you help me with my health? You're going to be like, no, I have 15 other patients, Michelle. I'm not just going to drop everything for you. But if I said, hey, Veronica, I've heard that, you're an amazing practitioner. Read your testimonials. I can really tell that people love you so much. I would love for you to be a part of my life and help me heal. You're going to be more open to receiving that information because there's a smile on your face that you just had.
Right. Yeah.
Right.
And
So it's
another
like being
thing,
seen. I see you. I hear you. I understand you.
correct. And I was wondering, a lot of times people get stressed out and they don't realize like what is the underlying cause of their stress. How do they respond to it? What triggers it? Because stress is just normal in our lives. There's always going to be a stress, but again, it depends on how you see it, right? And some people have different perspective.
Yes. And it's also, what is the root cause of the stress? Is it work related because you're behind deadlines? Is it family obligations? There's too many events and you don't have enough time for it? Is it because you're just mentally checked out because you have a massive migraine, but you're like forcing yourself to continue to show up? Right? What are you saying yes to? And what are you saying no to? The moment you say yes to something, you're automatically saying no to something else at the same time, right? If you guys are using this opportunity to listen to our YouTube video, you're saying no to Netflix or Paramount Plus or Disney Plus or Hulu. You're saying yes to YouTube, right? If you are watching Netflix, you're saying no to the other platforms. So every yes has a no, just like every coin has a head, there's also a tails on the other side. So what are your commitments that you're making?
And if you got so much commitments, right, we have to prioritize what is really important, and the ones that's not important, you can remove it so it doesn't occupy your time, right?
Yes. And a lot of women, what I've found through the work that I've been doing is they're people pleasing. They've been just said to you, say yes, 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 yes.
Right.
And when they want something, nobody's there to hold their hand because they've given and given and given and given, but they didn't have time to refuel their cup.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like paying attention to like how much are you over giving and how much are you undertaking, right? That should be a balance. And if you don't know what that balance is, that's a perfect opportunity for you to reach out to us, either Veronica and I, so we can help you get connected to what your life purpose is all about.
And
Help you
that,
get connected, to making sure that you're saying yes to yourself. Because if you don't take care of yourself, no one's going to take care of you. Veronica has always told me, Michelle, your body is your vehicle. Don't destroy it. Don't hurt it if you don't have to.
well, it's not only the vehicle, but that is your temple. You
It's
are,
also the temple.
yeah, that, it's really important to take care of it. It's like also like a car, like you need to do like a maintenance, right?
Yes.
Because you don't want it to go into a situation where suddenly you're not feeling well, but then if you are taking care of yourself, right, and you do your self health care, then that'll be better in the
Yes.
long run, right?
Absolutely. So I know our time together is coming to an end, but I would love to share with you a couple tips for next time. So,
Okay,
Veronica, what are we going to talk about next time?
let's see what is bothering a lot of people. What is a topic that a lot of people don't want to deal with? Maybe they don't know how to deal with. I mean, are they like waking up and then doing their own thing over and over again, repeat and rinse? Or are they living in a purpose driven life where there is a value, where they're happy what they're doing and they're aligned with the higher power? So how do they know that they're living their purpose in life? So how do you reframe that?
Well, I think the answer to that is discovering your life purpose. Asking yourself the certain questions, which we'll be going over on how we found our life purpose in the process. Because I know ever since Veronica decided to become a doctor of Oriental medicine, her life has expanded in ways that she didn't even think was possible. The moment I decided to become a life coach and a motivational speaker and a keynote speaker, I know my life has expanded in ways that I did not know possible because we have both chosen the path of following our heart. So if you want to reduce stress and tap into your heart and love what you do, then come and listen to our next episode where we'll discuss more about how we discover together your own life purpose.
And to sum it up for this session, how can they unlock their superpower for managing their stress for today, Michelle?
Number one, pay attention to what they're saying yes to. Ask yourself, am I saying yes to this because I want to do it? Or am I saying yes because I have to do it? Or am I saying yes because I'm blessed to do it? So pay attention to what you're saying yes to. And how does that feel inside your body? You will have a sensation that's going to be below your neck down. Pay attention to how does that feel in your stomach? Do you have knots? Is your shoulder getting stressed? Right? Those are your signs of navigating this emotion that we call stress. So someone says something, check in for a second. Take a 30-second pause, a 5-second pause, and say, am I saying yes because I want to, I have to, I need to, I'm blessed to, or I get to? Because you always have a choice.
And don't forget to take care of yourself, have self compassion, and also smile and laugh to de stress, right?
Yes.
That's great. Well, thank you so much for sharing your wonderful tips, Michelle.
And thank you so much, Veronica, for being here with me as well and sharing with the audience of how we can co create and unlock your superpower together.
And if you like our podcast, please don't forget to click on like and subscribe and share it with others. And thank you for listening and watching, and we'll see you soon. Infinite gratitude and love. Bye.
Bye.